Okay, so for this problem here, you're being asked to write and then balance a chemical equation here, and you're given 3 problems. So let's kind of go through the different steps to do this. First thing I like to do is I like to go through and circle all of the chemical compounds that we have. And the first one is hydrogen chloride solution. That's going to be important. Reacts with potassium hydroxide solution to produce potassium chloride and water. Okay. So the reacts with part, you guys know that this means that it's an addition. Okay. And then produce means that a product is being made, so you know that that's where the arrow is going to go. And let's go ahead and write out what each of these compounds are. So we have hydrogen chloride, so it's H plus Cl minus, which gives us HCl. And we know it's a solution because it says so right here, which means we're going to make this aqueous, AQ. And it reacts with potassium hydroxide. Potassium is K plus, hydroxide is OH minus, and we're going to add that on. You switch, drop, and reduce that to get KOH, and it's also a solution, aqueous. And it says to produce potassium chloride, which is K plus, chloride is Cl minus, so you have KCl. It's not told to us what type of phase it's in, but potassium chloride is going to be a solid here. And we have water, which is H2O, as a liquid. Okay, and then you're going to go through and we're going to balance this equation out. So let's change my ink color here. We have 2 hydrogens on the left. I have 2 hydrogens on the right. I have 1 potassium, 1 chlorine, and I have 1 oxygen and 1 oxygen. So this is already balanced and it's good to go as is. Okay. For the second problem here, we're going to try to do the exact same steps again. We have zinc metal, and it's added to hydrogen sulfate. It's a hydrogen sulfate solution, and it produces hydrogen gas. And we also have solid zinc sulfate. So let's go through and add that in. Zinc metal by itself, you guys know that zinc has a charge of +2, but when an element is just by itself, you don't put a charge with it, and it's a metal, so I know it's a solid. Zinc metal is added to hydrogen sulfate, so plus, and now let's write up the chemical formula for hydrogen sulfate. I know that hydrogen is +1, sulfate is SO4, 2 minus, and you get H2SO4. And it's a solution, so it's aqueous, AQ. Okay. And then it says produces, so we're going to put an arrow here. Produces hydrogen gas, which is H. Okay. So you guys know that hydrogen gas, along with nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, produces, it's a diatomic molecule. So I've been saying HonChem in class. So hydrogen always is going to have a H2 when it's by itself like that. So H2 as a gas. And then solid zinc sulfate, so zinc is +2, sulfate is SO4 -2. So if you switch, drop, and reduce the +2 and the -2, you just get Zn SO4, and it's a solid. Okay. Now let's go through and we're going to balance this equation, starting over with zinc over on our left side. So I have 1 zinc here, 1 zinc here. Looks like this is also a balanced equation. 1 sulfate on the left, 1 sulfate on the right, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, and again, here's your balanced chemical equation. Okay, and let me do one last one before this video runs out of time here. So here, you're given hydrogen carbonate, and it's decomposed to form liquid water and carbon dioxide gas. Hydrogen carbonate, it's H plus. Carbonate is CO3 -2, so we're given H2, CO3, and it's a solution, so it's aqueous. Decomposes to form liquid water, H2O, liquid, and carbon dioxide gas. Okay, so now let's go through and balance this guy. And this one also is a balanced equation. I have 2 carbons, or 2 hydrogens, 1 carbon, 3 oxygens, and you have 3 oxygens, and you are done here.